Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I've just moved some videos around this week and I'm going to do favourites at the start of the week instead of at the end of the week. So if you want to see what I've been loving in January, then just keep watching. Alright, January has been a weird month. I've got a lot of stuff, but I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. So these are the things that I've been loving that I have been able to play with. But some new stuff that I've got, like my new pastel tailored expressions brushes, haven't had a chance to play with them. My new hero art stuff, haven't had a chance to play with them. My new, some of my new lawn fawn stuff, I just haven't had a chance. So this is the stuff I have been loving, I have been using, and therefore I think it goes in the favourites, but it's not a lot. There's a very little amount here. However, the stuff that is here is pretty damn cool. So I'm going to start off with the newest favourite. And I don't really know if this counts, so please tell me if it doesn't. So if you saw yesterday's video, you would have seen I did a weekly decoration using a stencil from Uniquely Creative. And when I went to clean it, which I don't think made it into the final video, I kind of was like doing what I do with my normal stencils, and in doing it I pulled up some of the small very intricate little bits. I'll grab it and show you so I can see what I mean. But I kind of grabbed some of these very small bits and bent them, which, my own fault. It was nobody, like a stupid me, didn't hurt the way the stencil came out, it was fine. So what I did was I basically just left it off to the side instead of cleaning it off straight away like I normally do. And when I went to clean it, I thought, well, alright, I'll just spray some water on this. And then I sort of looked at it and went, wow, that ink looks kind of cool. I wonder if I could do an impression. And all I did was stuck this, or put it down on there, rubbed it over a couple of times and left it for a second, and then pulled it up. And that was the result I got. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I think that is an absolutely gorgeous background, and I think I'm going to have to make more, because that is really pretty. And it's a way that I haven't thought to use stencils before. I haven't thought to use the reverse impression. So you may or may not see a video about that very soon, or a card that I've made very soon using that kind of technique, because I think it worked out really, really well. While we're talking about Uniquely Creative, I just want to show off this cardigan because I damn love it. But I love these butterflies, and this is probably the only stamp set I actually got to play with this month, because this was the only one I had time to play with. But I love the way it came out. I love the colours, yes, but I love the way they all sort of worked in together. And I just think this card came out beautifully. So I'm really happy with the card itself, but I really love the stamps and I cannot wait to play with them. Again, if you saw yesterday's video, I have the Kookaburra Party one. I can't wait to play with those a bit more too, because those Kookaburras are gorgeous. And I'm so excited to see what comes next from Uniquely Creative, because their stamp sets in the last couple of months, or the last couple of ones that I've got, have just absolutely hit it out of the park. So I'm interested to see what comes next and to see if I can start making stuff with those as well. When I have been stamping, you guys would have noticed I've been using my Misti a little bit more often, and the reason I have been doing that is because, or for two reasons. Number one, when you're using a stamp for the first time, especially if you haven't taken the time to prime it, which I never seem to do, I find that the Misti is a lot easier because it means I can stamp it again if I don't get a good impression. But I really like using the double and sometimes triple stamping technique, and that's been a bit of a problem. I don't know if it's my Memento Tuxedo Black and it's just a bit dry again. There is a crack in it, so perhaps that's what the problem is. But it's just not stamping for me as nicely as I want it to the first time, which is another reason that I thought I'd try the Hero Arts ink. If you saw Friday's video, you would have seen I got some of the Hero Arts Intense Black ink, and I want to give that a try. So it could be the ink, but being able to use the Misti to double stamp has been fantastic. I don't know why it took me so long to get on the Misti train. Like, even when I had it, I didn't use it. It was sort of just here. Maybe it's because now it sits like right in front of me and I can just pull it out, and that makes it easier. But absolutely loving using the Misti at the moment. In my Misti, as well as on my paper trimmer, I've been loving using these. Now, washi tape normally is completely just a decorative item for me. I don't think about how it can be used functionally. these are thicker. I don't know now if you haven't seen these already. I have done a video, so I will link it down below. But these are thicker than my normal washi tapes. They still tear as easy as my normal ones, but they're this glitter tape that sort of gives you a bit more height. So just to give you a bit of an example here. So two things, hold on. I'll just grab another bit of washi. Everything in this is a favourite as well. It's all my brand new washi tape, but I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, so I'm not including it this month. But it's all very pretty. So when I've been using the Misti, so just for up here in the corner, and also using my paper trimmer, I've had a bit of this thick washi to kind of use as a guide so that my paper stays in the same spot. It just kind of helps me do it a bit faster. And using normal washi tape, see, it goes straight over the top, but when you use this washi, it's got a little bit more height, so it pulls the paper or holds the paper a bit more. It doesn't stop it moving. I can still go over it if I want to, but I can find that edge a lot easier. And if I line it up, especially with the lines on the Misti or my paper trimmer, it gives me an extra ledge to kind of push my paper up against, which means every single time it's right, like they're exactly the same size. I used that technique when I was playing, or when I was putting away some of my new die sets or stamp and die sets. I was kind of cutting the paper, my backing papers, and I just sort of used that and just cut. It was just so much easier. So yes, these are very, very pretty. Yes, these are absolutely gorgeous, and I love the colours, and I love the texture, and I love the glitter, but they're also extremely functional, which just adds a bonus for me when you're buying washi tape. Okay, only a couple more, but the next two, or the next three, are kind of a little bit more functional, a little bit, I guess, like the washi tape. So these are my social media icons. I get them from Lily & Lion. They are the hand-drawn icons, and you can get them not just in the social medias, but you can get them in so many different, I think you can get them in cleaning and cooking and work. Like, there's so many different ones you can get. I use these to set up my social media planner, and I love them. I cannot go without them. They have recently changed. I'm pretty sure this is the old paper, and this is the new paper, which is a lot thinner. This old paper is a little bit thicker, but I still love it, and I'm just sort of going through what I've got left. I love these. I can't go through a month without them. Like, I can't go through a month without them. It's how I set up my whole social media tracking. So they are imperative, they are must-haves in my opinion, and for some strange reason, I forget to put them in my favorites. So today, when I was sort of looking on my desk going, oh goodness, what am I going to use? These had to make it in. They were a no-brainer. The other no-brainer that I found out the hard way because I ran out are these pages from Oscar and Lou. These are my absolute must-have, can't live without date dots and weekdays stickers. I love them from so many different places. Everybody's got good weekday stickers. I'm not saying they don't. I love Lime and Mortar's weekday stickers. I love Luscious Labels' weekday stickers. I love Barney and Moon's gorgeous coloured ones. I could go on and on and on. But these are the ones that when I'm setting up my social media planner, I go to every time because they are the perfect size and they are the perfect font to cover up what's already in there. And I just love them. So these ones are from Oscar and Lou. These are the weekdays fun font. Then you've got the date dots, which go in, use these on the monthly, like the actual month spreads. So just to kind of show you what I mean. So yeah, I use these ones on here. So you'll see last month I ran out. So I was using some old ones from Oscar and Lou, I think. So I use these dots on here, and then I use my little dot, the mini date dots. So these ones, I use those on the monthly spread. I just love these. I just love them. Can't live without them. Must have them. And that's why I bought so many of them. When Oscar and Lou had their Boxing Day sale, I just bought a big chunk of these. You would have seen these, I think, I did show them recently. But yeah, I was in a mail haul. But I bought a big chunk of them because I just don't want to be without them, and I'd rather have too many than not enough. Alright, very last thing, and it's this, which you have definitely seen. But this is my new sidekick. This is my new little die cut machine. This has revolutionized the way I craft in here, because when I am crafting, unless I'm using cutting something big, I don't even bother getting my big one down. It's a pain, especially at the moment when it takes so much effort for me to stand up, and it's a bit heavy, so I have trouble getting it back up on the shelf. So leaving it up there is just easier. This little cutie just sits on my desk. I can reach it, I can put it, I can do quick little dies, and most of the ones I cut fit through here. I don't need to get the big one. I'm very glad though I have both, but this is the one that at the moment I'm reaching for all the time. I love it. It's so easy. Just makes everything good. Cuts really well as well. Like, you don't have that problem. The only thing you sort of get a bit sad about is when you sort of have a die that's almost the right size but not quite. You'll learn. You live with it and it's not so bad. But I really have been enjoying having an extra or a different sized die cutter in my craft room. I really enjoyed it. Alright, so that is it, I think, for my favourites for January. Like I said, there's not a lot there. I just haven't had a chance to play. It's been a very busy month. January's always are very busy months. I'm honestly not expecting February to be all that much quieter, but I will at least have had more of a chance to play with some of the new stuff that I got that sort of arrived in January. So I'm hoping to have a bit more ability to play with some things for the next video. There is something that I have got in the last couple of weeks, because I've done so many unboxings and reveals and walkthroughs and stuff. If there is something that you have seen that I haven't used yet that you want my opinion on, please let me know and I will make sure to do a video either on the opinion or using it or whatever, so you guys can get to see that, because I like making sure that what I do is something that you guys enjoy and that you get stuff out of. So please let me know if there's anything you want to see more of. You can also follow me on all of my socials. I'm over there all the time. You can send me a message and I'm generally going to answer, so if you want to send something there you can as well. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic week, whatever you get up to, and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!